Hello everyone, and welcome to Call It Crits, where we're here to play D&D. That's what we do. I don't know if any of you you might notice, but our character thing has been updated. So you can see that we now have Grinks and Sal both on there now. For anyone that's actually paying attention to the characters that are on there. Yeah, I was really proud of how those came out. Very very proud. I was just happy that I was able to keep the same art style. I'm normally really rubbish at maintaining an art style, so yeah, I was really pleased with that. So yes, it's been a week, and it's been a hot week, and yeah, I think we're all ready to play D&D. You guys ready to play some D&D?
Yay!
Yes.
Excellent, fantastic. Wish I could say I was massively prepared, but I've got a few things that I want to get in tonight's session. But it all depends on where you guys go, because this is your story. I'll do a quick recap of where we last left off, and we'll start session 62. So where we last left off, you guys had finished off your adventures in Ashenoak, where you had saved the Fada Santra. Eventually, and then you had the whole episode with Grinks acting shifty as hell, eventually decided that things were okay, and said goodbye to Raljan's parents, and eventually got on the road yourself after taking on a task set by Jan, an academic task, as Jan puts it, who wants to do some. Do some research into something that he's been looking into since his academic studies at the Incantus University, and personal research since then. Jan has been secretly, but not so secretly, backed by Vinvir Windweaver, an ex-wandering wolf who used to go adventuring with Raljan's parents, who to the rest of the party is just a benefactor who's helping Jan with some of his studies, but as Jan knows, he has a shared interest in the Illuminality Stone, which Jan has been pursuing and doing research on. Jan himself hasn't given too much information out to the party, but it's obviously something that is being looked into. On the way, after leaving Ashenoak, you travelled for just shy of a day when you got to just across the border of the kingdom. And as you entered just past the border of the kingdom, you were attacked by some dryads, which came out of came out of the woodlands through camouflage out of the woodlands and attacked you. Not typical behaviour of dryads. Dryads are really normally peaceful creatures. However, you did notice, just as we ended the session, that they had a tattoo just on their chest of it was like a crescent reef with a scythe or a hoe sort of like through it, which is the sign of the Gaia Moran, who Herion, the Vicious Whisper, currently has control over. You can sort of take this as a sign that he has begun incursions into the kingdom, which isn't really a good thing. So that's where we ended the previous session, and we pick up today's session with you guys. I'm assuming, you're still there, but I'm imagining you'd be wanting to get back on the road.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So another detail I actually missed out from the recap was you had been given a very large caravan, which is being pulled by two dire horses, one black with a white mane, one white with a black mane. And this is one that Raljan recognised. It was it was the Wandering Wolves' old caravan that they used to travel the continent on, and but it's been done up since Raljan last saw it, as it was just sort of laid within the stables and going all just what's the word, rotting, I guess. But now it's back in use with you guys, with new wheels, new everything, and yeah. So you're traveling within this caravan. So we'll say, because you did your research you did your investigations on the dryads and noticed these tattoos, and you get back in the caravan and start traveling along the way to Westera, which is your destination for the day, or for your traveling. It'll take you about another day to travel. You can, did you want to stop and rest? It was starting to get late at the point where you had started battling the dryads. So, did you want to stop and rest before traveling on any further? Because you will end up being exhausted if you don't take a rest. So it's probably in your best interest.
How far have we gone?
Yeah, we need to put a bit of distance between us and them.
Okay, so you've travelled. You're about halfway between the two. So if I put the map on, where's my map?
Do we mean from the town or from the dryads?
What do you mean?
Maybe travel for another hour?
Yeah, sorry. So you're around about. Where's my marker? There's my marker. Don't know if you guys can see if you're on the stream. You're about halfway, so you've just kind of hit where this little woodland area. Don't know if you can see on the stream. If anyone's got it open.
Hang on.
But yeah, you're about halfway between Ashnok and Westera. You could probably travel a little bit further before before having to stop.
I copied it into maps if anyone wants a quick reference.
Hey.
Yeah.
It's good to
so
have. It's good to have
maybe-
someone doing that.
Maybe travel for another hour and then have a rest?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okie dokie. So, you travel along the road for another hour. The sun begins to dip down below the tree line, and it does start to get dark. And the night sky goes from sort of like a light blue to an orange hue, and then starts to go to like a dark blue before turning black. The stars begin to shine. After about an hour's travel, you find yourself somewhere to make camp, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Who's got pipped in Arcana?
Guilty.
I do.
Okay. Can you two give me an Arcana check just as you're travelling for me?
Oh.
Sorry, I completely didn't recognise the word pips then.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
sorry,
yeah,
I do apologise.
That was my fault. I know what it means. It just went over my head.
Yeah.
23.
23. And Jan?
22.
22. As you're travelling, you begin to notice a slight shimmer as the sun begins to go down. You notice a shimmer coming from the caravan. As darkness begins to fall, and the stars begin to shine, and the sky turns black, you notice that the caravan begins to become translucent.
No.
As
That's awesome.
So, basically, as the caravan slows down and comes to a stop, everyone now notices it then turns completely invisible.
Oh.
And
Well,
anyone that
everything's
is in
inside it.
everything is inside cannot be seen.
Guys?
Oh
No.
my god. So those of us who were not inside the caravan.
Yeah.
So anyone that's
Oh,
not
God.
inside the caravan,
Run
the
away.
caravan just disappears.
Wait, does that mean I'm sat on nothing?
No, if you're actually on the caravan, the magic actually forms over you as well, so you would disappear as
Oh.
well. And the horses, as they are tethered to it, also become invisible.
Oh, I just had
Wow.
this
Oh,
image
that
of...
is amazing.
that is-
Wow.
Phil, just quick question.
Yes.
What day are we on the calendar, by the way?
Oh, hang on 1 second. Let me pull up the calendar. Where am I? So, oh, there it is. So, hang on. I haven't updated this in a while. So, 1, 2 days. Leaving. You're now on 29. Duranda Sunder.
Alright, that's fine. Thank you.
29th day of Duranda Sunder.
I'm just keeping an eye out for Tetra Alice
Tetra Alice.
4th.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a few days away. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, it's now the 29th day of Duranda Sunder. So yeah. Okay. So yeah, your caravan has become invisible. Anyone inside or on the caravan or tethered to the caravan is also affected by this invisible shield, I guess you could call it. Force field.
Do we know why this is?
Sorry?
Do we know why this is happening?
You yourself could give me an Arcana check if you like.
I'll assist Jan with that.
Okay.
That's 24 this time.
24. Okay. So, in your previous investigation of the cart itself, when you were doing your investigation thing, you found some signatures etched into it around a wolf. You doing your Arcana check, you go and investigate this one more time, and as you have a good look at it, and because you got a pretty decent roll, and you and Grinks both look at it together, around the signature, the negative space that the signature actually takes up, all these different signatures, you actually notice that runes are being formed within the negative space, within the wolf and everything like that, which appear to be giving off this magical aura which is causing this invisibility spell.
Cool.
So it's been enchanted, the whole thing?
It's been enchanted, yes. It's an enchanted cart, which turns invisible when the sun goes down.
Would I have any idea who might have done that? Thing or
you can, I mean, with your 24, you can probably hazard a guess that it was probably Vinvir that did it.
Interesting.
So yeah, you have your invisible cart, which in all intents and purposes, you can set up camp anywhere as long as it's not dead in the centre of the road where someone's going to like run into it.
And making an educated guess, Phil, if we was to hitch the horses to the cart for the evening, they would be invisible too.
Yes, so they're already sort of hitched to it. So
no,
yeah,
as in when if we kind of let them off the hitch for the night.
Yeah. Keep them attached to it. Yeah, they would be invisible as well. No, you now have an invisible cart. You're welcome.
That is amazing. Honestly, that is the best thing that you've done so far. It's like, this is better than Dondon's box.
I did like Dondon's box. Oh, Balthazar's transdimensional something box. Anyway, so you're resting up for the night. And did you want to take watches and things, or did you want to all? I mean, there's plenty of space inside the caravan for everyone to sleep.
I think it's probably still good.
Yeah, watches are good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just going to kind of sidle up to Sal.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to reach into my pocket and I'm going to pull out my red leather-bound diary.
Sal's eyes are already on the pocket before you even reached into it, and then
I was very slow as I did that. I know how twitchy Sal is. I'll need it back by morning, but you seem new to the surface. Here's what I went through when I first got up here. And I'm just going to hand over the book.
I think
so, once Griggs has turned away, Sal is going to look like, how did he know? I was trying to steal this.
You see, and that's nothing to do with that. It's purely because
No.
he's seen Sal struggle somewhat on the surface.
Yeah.
Sal is like, he knows. Sal is going to take it and sort of try and find, like, for a moment they consider going to sleep under the cart and then realize that they won't be invisible, and then kind of reluctantly try and find the shadiest corner of the cart.
Actually, if you went underneath the cart, you would be invisible.
Well then.
If I was to lay on top of the cat, just
Yes.
looking at the stars, that would be
You'd still be invisible.
sweet.
If you
I was
lay
gonna
underneath
do-
the cart and look up, you still see the stars.
Yes, you still see the stars, but
Oh,
you
this
would
is weird.
you would be invisible. Yeah. So it's kind of like a vicinity spell. So anything touching or within, essentially what would be inside and under is still technically inside. You'd be invisible.
We're going to lose this cart, aren't we? We're going to lose it.
Really bad.
It's
No.
like when you go in a supermarket and you park your car and you're like, oh, where did I park it? Oh, I've done it again.
Oh,
This is
no.
like that cart.
Better not.
You're
This
just
is
gonna
my
have to-
inheritance.
The only way to find it is to walk around with a sugar cube and go, "Hello, who wants a sugar cube?"
I'll just go,
There's
smack,
no-
ow,
Yeah,
found it.
There
Yeah.
it is. There it is.
It's like when you park it up somewhere. Oh, just to warn you, it will disappear at night. Just so you know.
Oh boy.
One thing you would have noticed actually, Raljan, is it doesn't do it when it's inside. It has
Yeah.
to be under starlight. for
Oh,
this-
so
for
if there's
this
like a dorm or something.
Yeah, so if
like that.
it's inside stables or under a roof or something like that, then the spell wouldn't be, because it has to be under starlight.
Ah,
Ooh, the Starlight Caravan, I like that.
that's so cool.
That's a nice name. I like
We
that.
can call it the
You're
Starlight
welcome.
Express.
Who?
Yeah, that works. Well, if we've stopped for the night, I'm going to unhitch the horses and just do the standard fare of setting up camp.
Okay.
So,
You're going to unhitch invisible horses.
Yeah.
Is that good?
It's a good point.
I've got 10 years experience of breaking camp and putting horses away and all sorts. I think I could
Invisible
literally
ones.
I
Yeah,
could
but
do
I
this
mean,
by hand in my
If he
sleep.
if he could do it in the dark, he can do it when they're invisible. Ooh, he has
Greg-
close eyes.
Griggs, if we lose those horses, you're pulling that carriage.
But once he's unhitched them, they'll be. Wait, they'll be normal horses again. Won't
Once he's unhitched
Yeah.
them, once they're no longer attached to the caravan, they become visible until
they
they are
become
then
visible.
reattached
Yeah.
to the caravan. Just so you
Right.
know, when you are inside the caravan, you can still see what's inside the caravan. Underneath the caravan, it's still invisible, but you become invisible by proxy because of the caravan being invisible.
I know what's going on here.
Uh-huh.
Well, there's a first for everything.
Yeah, you can't pull
Yeah.
over my eyes. Magic thorns up there. This is a magic thorn,
Oh
definitely.
God.
Uh,
No.
Is
okay,
it you,
and
Paul,
on
for
that
that?
note, I'm going to hunt us some dinner. I'll be back soon.
Minx,
Minx, come on, girl.
Which
Okay.
which one of us wants to take watch first?
I'll take first watch.
Should we do it in twos?
Well, Raljan's gone to hunt dinner,
Oh.
so is anyone going
Well, I
with
mean-
Raljan apart from Lynx or?
I'll send Nix with him with the instructions of come back if there's any trouble.
Okay. Right.
Sal is gonna find a shady corner underneath the cart and read this journal.
It was
Okay.
the best
Well-
of times, it was the worst of times.
I'm going to get some rest then. Just wake me when you need me to do a watch.
Oh, by the way, Rob, I told you the wrong date.
Oh, okay.
It's not the 29th. It's the 24th day of Mirror Sunder. I forgot I was looking at the time from the Feywild.
Ah, right, okay, so we've got,
So
we've
to-
got ages yet.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. To you, it's the 29th, like time wise, but in the real world, it's actually the 24th Mirror Sunder because you've not actually been out of the Feywild for as long as you've been in yet.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So I'm still there.
Yeah, yeah. Weirdly enough.
Yeah, okay.
Mm.
Right.
So you're
for
going off and hunting.
Yeah, nature roll.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so that would be. For me, this isn't super good.
Okay.
It is 16.
16. You managed to find some tracks, doe tracks,
Okay.
which you think that possibly a few of them have come through this way at one point. Appear to be a sort of all together. I don't know what you call a group of doe, or a group of deer. What do you call it? Is it a herd of deer?
Yeah.
There you go. There's been a herd of deer come through here at one point. And you managed to track them to a small lake, where you can see them all drinking and sleeping, or just sort of sitting. Some of them are eating the grass. Give me a perception check.
Okay, that's 20 lots. Hang on. Perception, proficiency. So that is 24.
Okay. So, with your 24, as you stare out and trying to find, there's 6 of them in total. There's 2 stags, 3 does, and a fawn. And there's something else that you can sort of see as they're grazing along the side of the lake, along the bank of the lake. There's a green glow that's almost like behind one of the stags. And as you sort of look closer, you notice that just sort of underneath the stag, you can sort of see what appear to be a set of like green feet, humanoid feet, sort of floating off the ground. As the stag kind of turns, you can see there's a dryad holding onto the antler of the stag, and the stag's eyes are glowing green, and the dryad is almost turning and leading the stag away from the herd. It eventually takes it and they disappear into the tree line, leaving one stag, 3 does, and the fawn left.
Okay. I'm gonna leave the herd alone, and
Okay.
I'm going to see if I can find some rabbit or something.
Okay. Give me another nature check.
Oh, that one is good for me. Nature check. 25.
Okay. Easily enough, you managed to find a mound which is probably a warren that's in a certain, underneath like the roots of a lot of trees. As your the rabbits, there's a few of them around that you could probably pick off.
Yeah, I'll try and get a couple.
Okay, well, I'm not going to make you roll for it. You're an expert archer that can hit rabbit from, from a distance. So
so I'll get 2.
Okay, so you pick off a couple of rabbit
And then I'll take them back to...
and start heading back. As you're heading back, are you just heading back quickly? Are you being wary? How are you going about this?
Yeah, I'm going to try and... We are in forest area, yes?
Yes, you are.
Okay, I'm going to be stealthy about it. I'm going to try and hide my tracks.
Okay, so give me stealth roll.
Alright, hang on. Let me just double check what I do here.
Alternatively, if you would like, I will let you roll survival as this, if you're doing it specifically as hiding your tracks. You can choose which one.
I'm just double checking something. Oh, no, but that is useful to know.
What's that?
My favorite terrain. It says when I'm in my favorite terrain, I find as much food twice as much food while foraging as I normally would.
Oh, there you go. So you've got 4 rabbits.
Yeah. Okay, so Yeah, that's not fantastic. Which one's better? Oh, my stealth is actually better. Okay, so that is 16. Dirty 20.
Okay. You managed to get back to the caravan and hide your tracks as best you could. But give me a perception check as you go, please.
Oh, yeah, well, that about tracks. Perception, that is a grand total of 4.
Oh, right, okay. So you're concentrating too much on getting back to the camp and trying to remember where the invisible cart was, and hiding your tracks than you do on the actual immediate area. So you don't really notice anything as you're going.
Okay.
So eventually you make it back to the caravan, the Starlight, the Starlight caravan, if you wish to call it that, and yeah, you. I don't know. Are you guys outside the caravan? Are you inside the caravan? Are you making a fire? What's the deal at the actual camp?
I'm asleep.
Elar's gone to sleep.
Yeah, I'll be rested as well.
Okay,
I'll
okay.
have set up a fire, but I'd have done it off the beaten track. So I presume we pulled the cart off the road, and it's a little
Yeah.
way off.
Yes.
So I'll have tried to obscure it as much as I could. Horses will be rubbed down and fed, and then tied up for the night to the cart. And I'm just gonna be perched on top of the roof.
Okay.
I'm underneath reading.
Okay.
I come back with a rabbit.
You head back, and you do notice there is a small fire that's been made, which actually marks where the caravan is. And you're able to, from that point, find where the entrance to the caravan is because you can't see it. So you are able to sort of like, you have to use your hands for a little bit until you eventually get to it, and then you found the door and you're able to get inside. Are you cooking the rabbit on the fire, I'm guessing?
Yes.
Cool. Right. And for that, everyone gets a nice meal of rabbits.
Mm.
Yeah. Right. Is there anything anybody wants to accomplish before going to sleep? I know that Jan and Dale are already asleep, so
I'll take first watch.
you take first watch. Is anyone else taking watch with you, or?
Yeah, I'll stick with you.
Okay.
Plunk myself down next to the fire to keep warm, and Nix will be perched on the caravan, scanning the area.
Okay. So, are you going to sleep, Sal?
I think I'm just going to keep reading,
Okay.
but I'm assuming that at some point I'm probably just going to fall asleep.
Probably. You will be shattered.
Yeah.
Okay, so you two then on watch. Are you on top of the caravan? Whereabouts are you in relative? Are you
By the
invisible,
fire.
or
I've gone by the fire.
so you're both by the fire, so you're not invisible? Okay. So as the night goes on, and eventually you hear a weird snoring sound coming from below the caravan. Would you two like to give me perception checks, please?
God damn it.
Not doing so hot?
No.
I don't
4
want
again.
Oh, man. What was yours?
Okay, so my perception was a grand total of 6. But
Oh.
Nix is on the caravan and may save us if Nix gets a roll.
Familiars. Now, do familiars act in their own?
If they've given instruction.
They're given instruction to look out, aren't they? So, I mean, Lynx can also have a roll, I guess.
I mean, it was just with her stats, so it's not going to be great, but...
Yeah.
Okay, well, Lynx has put us all to shame.
Oh, why?
She got a 19.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay, well, Nick's got 11.
Okay.
Well, the animals are doing better than
The animals are doing better than you. You two are too busy, like, looking at the fire. Oh, look at it pop. And Lynx notices it, but Nyx not so much. You notice that Lynx kind of sits up and begins to look around the tree line. Says,
What's the matter, buddy?
"Do you see that?
See what?
Over there?" And she points her nose in a westerly direction.
I follow her gaze.
As you look in that direction, you notice a faint green glow in the distance. Over there as well. And kind of just a little bit sort of like to the west, just off on the side of that one, you notice a few more green glows in the woodland. I don't think we're alone. They don't smell friendly.
Okay.
I think maybe we should put the fire out.
Yeah. I dust it. Kick up some dust on the fire.
Okay, you kick up the dust on the fire. And the fire dies out. You notice that these green glows appear to be sort of like heading off in lots of different directions, and you do see, now that you've been made aware of them, and that they are very similar to the one that you saw that was leading the stag off into the woods.
Okay.
These green glows are...
Grinks, I think maybe we should get back in the caravan.
I'm getting on top of the caravan, and
Okay.
do you want me to make a stealth check for that? Because I need to dart from where the fire was to where the caravan is.
I mean, you're relatively close, but both of you make stealth checks as you move towards the caravan.
19.
That's not bad. So for me, that is a 16, and for Lynx, that is 17.
Okay. You guys head towards the caravan. You, Grinks, you get on top of the caravan. Lynx and Raljan, you getting into it.
Yeah.
Okay, as you get in, you are now sort of inside the caravan. You can still see out the windows, but there is a snoring Yarn and Ayla on 2 of the beds. It's 4 beds in total and 1 sofa. 3 beds in total and 1 sofa. There's a bed, a bunk bed, and then there's like the curved sofa that goes around, which kind of can be used as a bed. And those 2 are taking up those 2 beds and just sleep fast asleep. Grinks, you're on top of the caravan. Just as you turn and have a look around, give me another perception check, please.
16 on dice, 17, 18.
Okay. As you look back towards where the fire was, and the embers they've died down, but there's still slight orangey sparks and little wisps of smoke that are coming off it, that have sort of like come up just beneath the dust that you poured over it. And you notice one of the green glows beginning to sort of like almost like coming closer in your direction.
I see that moving towards. I'm going to cast Minor Illusion, and
Okay.
I'm going to make it just look as it, as it was before the fire. So
Just to check though, do you need your book to do that?
no, it's cantrip.
Okay, sweet.
And I've got a bunch of prepared spells anyway.
Good. I was start to get worried.
The
I think for an investigation they need to make an action check, and I think it's against my spell save.
Okay. So from the tree line, one of the dryads emerges, almost floating through the air, and sort of like lands and places their feet down on the ground and begins to walk towards where the fire was. You can tell they've kind of sniffing the air and leaning down towards where there were embers, but there's no smoke or anything. However, how much space does your illusion take?
I think it's just like a 5-foot cube. I'm just double checking. Yeah, because it's only a cantrip. Sound. Oh yeah, 5-foot cube.
5-foot cube.
30-foot range.
Okay. So that's actually done you more harm than good. As the Dryad kind of leans over and looks where there should be smoke, and then kind of looks up and notices wisps of smoke seemingly coming out of a blank area. Almost like there's a glitch where the illusion ends and the wisps of smoke just sort of come up, and you see their hand go across and the smoke kind of push to the side. What's the save?
It is investigation intelligence check, DC 15.
They're going to roll with advantage because of that. Investigation, intelligence, 17. They kind of place their hand down and through the illusion, and it dissipates. It then looks around suspiciously, kind of extends its arm, and branches begin to sort of like weave out of their fingers and form a wooden blade which looks sharp. Starting to look around the area. It opens its mouth and goes and makes a loud, more high-pitched sound than what I can actually make. Almost like the sound of a siren. I'd like you, specifically, and Raljin, because you're awake as well, to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Constitution.
Yes, please.
Ah, crap. Where's that dice gone?
15.
Every time. Hang on.
That's a success.
Yeah, this might be close. You said 15 was a save?
Yes.
Yeah, 15.
Okay, that's also a save. Lynx.
Lynx. You're not going to believe it.
Natural 20.
No, 15.
That's also a save. The DC was 12, so it's fine. Yeah, it's definitely saved. You just in time managed to kind of put your hands over your ears in order to stop it from taking any kind of effect on you. After the noise has been made, the Dryad kind of looks around again, and after your illusion has faded and they see the embers on the floor, they kick them. Then take one more look around the area, and then begins to dart off back through the tree line, away from the caravan. A few minutes later, you notice that the area begins to have heightened green glows, almost as if they're searching for something in different areas, but they haven't found you in this area, as this appears to be somewhere that they've already searched. A couple of hours go by, and we'll say it comes to the end of your watch. Is there anything you wanted to do on your watch, other than watch?
Well, I was going to have a chat with Grinks, but we're in different places now, so no.
I mean, you can always go out and try and get on top of the caravan, but you do run a risk.
Yeah, no. Well, I'm
Okay.
too scared.
Okay, so it comes to the end of your watch. Who's taking next watch then?
I'll do it.
Okay, so Sal and just Sal, or
Should be 2 people every time.
I'll take the other one then. Do we need short Elvenkin have shorter rests, don't they? Have we reached that threshold yet?
elves? You only need 4 hours, so and you're all elves, so.
Of varying degrees, yeah.
Speak for yourself. It's an 8-hour-long beauty fest of slumbering for me.
Right, biologically, you only need 4 hours. Emotionally, you need 12.
Well, touche.
Oh dear. So, Jan and Sal, you're going to take next watch. Where would you like to go for your watch?
We'll make them aware of everything that's happened.
Oh, well then, the top of the cart.
I'm just going to be asleep on the top of the cart. This is familiar to me.
Grinks pulls up a bedroll and falls asleep on top of the cart.
No bedroll. Just on top of the cart.
Oh, right. Oh, okay. Just falls asleep on top of the cart. Jan, where would you like to be?
Is there somewhere near the cart that's got good? Where's the best visibility of the area and what's approaching the cart?
I mean, if you want to benefit from the invisibility field that's on the cart, you're probably best sitting on the seats of the cart, or on the roof of the cart, or inside the cart. If you want to actually investigate the area, you won't benefit from the invisibility, but you could just walk around the cart. Or the
Okay,
caravan.
on that instance, I'll stay on the seats then.
Okay, so you stay on the seats and sort of like looking out, and Sal, you're on the roof.
Yes.
Okay, I'm assuming Raljin and Grinks, you're filling them in on what's happened.
Yeah.
Okay, and what you'll actually when they tell you, guys, you'll have heard the shriek, but probably put it off as something in your dream. But yeah, that happened. With that, I'd like you two to give me perception checks, please, to look out.
Natural 20.
Oh, dude.
Well, I got a 16, so that is a 22.
Okay, 22. Pretty good rolls. Wow, +6, nice. So I guess you are level 8. So, with those rolls, you guys also notice the heightened appearances of these green glows within the woodland. We're actually approaching towards the end of your watch. You're approaching morning time, and the sun is, the evening sky begins to become aglow, and the sun begins to come up. And as it does, you actually find that your starlight caravan is beginning to become less invisible, more translucent, and eventually comes back to its full visibility. And then you hear something in the distance. Sounds like someone screaming. A male voice shouting for help in the distance.
Sucks to be him.
Do I recognise the voice?
No, you do not.
It's probably best to ignore that then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Heroes of the realm, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey!
Does
if the dreads are attacking him, they're not attacking us.
Also-
that wake anyone else up?
It doesn't, because it's in the distance, so it would be someone that's anyone that's awake would hear it, but anyone that's fast asleep, it would just be. So.
I want to make it clear that out of character, I feel really bad.
It's all right.
In character, don't care.
Yeah. So you hear that, and eventually, the screaming stops.
Well,
Eventually, about an hour later, the sun.
Wait,
has...
an hour?
an hour?
Pardon?
Oh, right.
No, not after an hour. No, he's not screaming for an hour.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that.
Why isn't
after-
anyone helping me?
Yeah, after about 20 minutes, I might be like, oh, this is actually maybe serious.
No. It's screaming for about 5 minutes before he stops. You hear him kind of
Ugh.
run. You hear the screaming kind of go off into the distance, and eventually,
Well,
eventually disappears off into the distance.
well, I mean, what am I gonna do?
After another hour, eventually the sun has fully risen in the sky, and your watch is up. And everyone else, you rise. Yeah, you know. I don't think Grinks probably doesn't, but everyone else does.
Do I know that if I'm on the top of the cart and Grinks is on the top of the cart, do I see Grinks, or are we both invisible to each other?
No, you can still see. You can see Grinks. You're not invisible to each other. You'd still be able to see if you're on top of the cart. If you're on top of the cart, you can actually still see the surface of the cart that you're on, but you are invisible to everyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am going to pass back the journal that I have been reading on and off,
Okay.
and I'm gonna say, so have they ever stopped looking for you?
Rub some sleep out my eyes. What time is this? This is too early. No, they still come after me. Doesn't end.
Well, they did 70 years ago.
What was your name?
I'm gonna just look down at the carriage, and I'm gonna pull out my quill from my bag and ink, and I'm just gonna write on my palm, Gyron Arateeth, and then smudge it off.
Sal just nods and hands your journal back.
Thanks.
They looked after you, these circus people.
It was home. Yeah.
What?
Kept me safe.
Where are they now?
No idea. It's been 70 years. Oh, no, 50, 60 years.
Yeah, give it a
While.
Found family is very important.
More important than blood. My experience, found family don't disappoint nearly as much.
Oof.
Yeah, ouch, man. Ralshin at this point steps out of the caravan.
I'm gonna just look at Sal, kind of flick my head over towards Raljin, and just smirk.
As you wake, Lynx is actually going to say to Yarn, was there any more of the green glows?
Yes. There was it. What was? Do I know from the previous conversation what the intensity of it was like before?
Yes.
To relay that information. So was it? We would say, wouldn't we, that it was a similar consistency?
Yes.
Yeah. So yes, it was. Yes, there were. It was a similar consistency to the first watch.
Okay, anything else happen?
Oh yeah, they killed someone.
What?
Probably.
No, did you hear that as well? I thought I was
Yeah.
imagining it.
Yeah,
Yes,
well, I just assumed it was a bit of a distraction from us, so.
What?
And I shrug.
Who was killed?
There was
I don't
some
know.
crowd screaming somewhere.
Yeah.
Then why didn't you wake us? We could
Yeah.
have rescued them.
Well, they weren't part of this
That's-
family.
This is kind of what we do, though.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I assumed that we were meant to be watching to stop people attacking us.
Well, that as well, yeah.
Oh, so we just help strangers.
Well,
mean-
yeah,
If we can.
we're not bad. We try and be
Oh.
good.
Wait, wait, what? So, sorry, this is new to me. Some random person is just walking through the woods, and you just like, I don't know. Well, actually, now I think about it, that's what you did with me. Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh well.
Okay.
Start setting up the horses,
Okay.
getting them ready for the day.
Right. You set up the horses, and I'll speed through. You guys have breakfast, and get yourself all prepared for the last leg of your journey, which is
While I'm
another
in the
few
carriage, I'm
hours.
going to grab one of those health potions as well, just so I've got it on my person.
Okay.
I've used some of the leftover meat from the rabbit to make breakfast sandwiches.
Okay. Yep. So you sandwiches with what bread?
We've got some.
Oh wait, actually, yeah, you've got
Yeah.
some provisions bread. Yeah, you've got
Yeah.
some on the caravan, so you've got
We've
enough.
got some provisions, yeah.
Yeah, I remember. So yeah, you've got that. So you make some sandwiches. Yeah, and with that, you can start getting on the last leg of your journey. It's a few more hours before you reach Westera. On the journey.
Out of interest, which direction was that screaming? So,
Yeah.
Can I point Ayla in the direction that the scream came from?
Yeah, absolutely.
That way.
It's actually
Lasted about 5 minutes. It was about 2 hours ago.
Right.
It's
Do you
coming
want to
from
go
an
and-
easterly direction, which is actually, along the road that you'd be going on.
I mean, it's
Right. Well, I say we make
Right.
haste.
Yeah, I mean,
Do
You
you want
never
us to
know.
go and scout it out?
I
I mean-
think
if it's on the way, I mean,
yes.
not to put
See-
too fine a point on it, if they're not there, they might not need any of the supplies they have.
I was about to say exactly the same thing. If there's a corpse there, we could loot it. If there's a
I was
Yeah,
thinking
not
we
this
might be able
weekend.
to help them.
that too, obviously, that was what I was thinking. Yes, we could. Sal does like those little bunny ears with their fingers. We could help them. Yes, that's what I meant to say.
I'm just gonna look at Raljin as if to say, "Oh, who are these new party members?
Yeah.
They're not even new. They're not even new now. They're well-established party members. What are we doing?"
I mean, Raljan just has a look of what is my life.
Oh no!
And
Oh.
okay, well, I'll get us on the road then.
Okay.
Yes, Raljin. If we can make haste, we might be able to find this whatever it was that was making this noise, and maybe even help them.
Okay. So, you get yourselves onto the road.
Just swap my spells round as well if you want a list of what I'm running today.
So I trust what you've got. You get yourself back onto the road and follow the commercial path, which would take you the rest of the way towards Westera. As you get a little ways down the road, not too far down the road, you notice on the road, just at the side of the road, a caravan. Not a caravan, more of just a cart. There are vines and branches wrapped around the back of it, and it's almost been pulled into the ground. Its back wheels have snapped under the pressure of something just pulling it down to the ground, and it's just entangled in these vines and roots, and it's almost like it's been there for years. However, the cart itself and its wares, which appear to be wools and blankets and sort of like of a fine crafted rugs and things on the carts all look brand new, but the horses are not there. There was at least one horse pulling this, and there's no driver to be seen.
Mm.
I'm going to cast Mage Armor on myself, so that'll be for the next 8 hours. And
Okay.
I'm going to hop over and have a look and see what's there.
I'll bring the cat to a stop.
Yeah.
Sal is going to go with. Sorry, what was it? Ayla who was saying that.
Nope.
Oh, sorry, it was Griggs. Yes, I will. I'm also going to go and investigate for
Okay.
clues. Sorry, my dog is barking in the background.
I want to investigate because I want to have first-hand information that I could use to make a decision on whether we can try and help individuals or not, rather than not be there when the information's there to find out later on that we could have helped someone but didn't. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
Sort of.
Okay, I and Lynx will keep an eye out for trouble.
Okay. So, people that are going to investigate, give me investigation rolls, please.
19.
19.
Sorry, I've got a dog in one arm. 24.
Ooh, nice.
Roll
This is
for
my
dog.
job.
Anyone else investigating, or is it just you two?
13.
13. Okay.
I'm going to pop Detect Magic as well, so I cast it at will. There's no spell slot needed for it.
Okay.
So I've got that up for the next 10 minutes if that's relevant for anything.
Okay. That's okay. You do detect a magical aura coming from the cart. So, as you do that and you cast Detect Magic, yeah, there is a magical aura coming from the cart. It is I can tell you what school it is once I get my book. 1 second. It is a transmutation magic that you can from the transmutation aura coming from the carts. Appears to be underneath stuff. 13, Ayla, you do an investigation and you notice on the side of the carts there is a business name, Oxenford Textiles. Not one that you've ever heard of before, but it has the town of Westera crest on there, which probably means that this was someone travelling that way or from there. You're not entirely sure if it was to or from. You notice that the one thing you do notice actually, Ayla, and you'll notice this, everyone else that's made these rolls, the horse's reins, they don't appear to be broken. They're not. It's not like they've been like broken. It appears like the horse's reins have actually been unbuckled, and the horse. So it's like the horse has been set free. With the 19, Sal, you find. Oh, was it you? Was it you that rolled the 19, or was it?
Yeah, it was me that was the 19.
Oh,
So
it was
I
Grinks.
I was the 24.
Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, so Grinks with the 19.
I'll be honing in on the aura.
You're going to hone in on the aura, so I'll go to Sal first then. So, Sal, you're having a good rummage around trying to see what you can find.
I'm actually looking for clues.
You're looking for clues. Okay.
Yeah.
So you with...
Because Ayla wants to help this person, so I guess...
Okay.
I guess we should do that.
You do notice the... you also notice the horse has been unbuckled from here, and you're able to sort of see that the horse has ran off somewhere into the woodland, or taken off somewhere into the woodland. There is no sign of anyone around here. There's no, you can't see anyone around here. You do, however, find a sword on the floor. The sword has it has what looks to be some vines and things sort of like wrapped around it, but have been cut. And there's a few cut vines and stuff all over the floor, as if he's cut himself out of something.
Are there no sort of footprints or anything to indicate?
For that, we'd need a further investigation roll. I mean, I guess with your 24, you did pretty well. So you do manage to find footprints that lead off into the along the pathway in a direction of where your caravan would have been. If you follow them to a certain point, it looks like they get to a point where they just stop.
And there's no other footprints?
No. There's no other footprints at all.
All right, I will point this out to the others who are here.
Well, I'm talking to Grinks. You hone in on the magical aura, and you bring yourself over to like these different textiles and things that are on there. There's like pillows and blankets and shawls. And bags of wool that's obviously going taken off to be made into other things. But none of those is what's giving off the aura. You kind of pull them aside until you get to the very bottom of the pile, and there's a rolled up rug that's sort of laid at the bottom of the cart, and it's half underneath, like where the vines. It's kind of caught underneath the vines, have kind of half wrapped around it and pulled it into the ground. But this rug is giving off a very strong transmutation aura.
Can I do an Arcana check on it to see if I know what this is?
Give me an Arcana check if you like.
Okay. 15 on dice, so that would be 24.
24. Yeah, that's it. It's pretty good. With that, I'm going to say you're able to hone in on the particular school of magic and the particular magic that comes with it. You've never seen this particular item before, which is why I'm not going to give you exactly what it is. This particular rug, quite large, has the ability to fly.
That is too big to pack up. I can't fit that in my satchel.
No, you would not be able to fit that particular thing inside your satchel. But yeah, you have yourself a flying carpet. Right there.
Everyone's going to hear a squee of joy, and as I back up, holding this rug, I'm going to fall out of the cart, clutching the rug.
Well, actually, you don't, because the rug is squished down at the bottom end by these large roots that have pushed it down into the ground. So you'd have to cut and dig it free.
Out one of my daggers and just start cutting it free whilst squeeing like a child at Winter's Crest.
So you start digging away at this. Give me strength check.
Oh, sod off, Phil. 9.
9. It takes you a long time. You're getting your do you have a sword?
No, I gave that to Sal. I have daggers.
Okay. Yeah, a 9. Even with the 9, it's this is almost like a tree root that has pulled itself over this. You're trying to hack at this with a dagger. You're getting nowhere, and you can't actually see the bottom half of the carpet. It's pushed into the ground, so it's you can't actually see the bottom half. So it's almost like it's underground, and the root has grown over the top of it. A lot, as well as sort of like crushing the wooden cart within it as well.
Hey lad, get in here.
Yeah, okay. What we doing?
I need your sword. Cut that root. Don't touch the carpet.
All right. So with one deft swing of my sword, I'm gonna slice through it in one.
Okay, give me an attack roll. Or just give me a strength roll.
It is 12, but I plus my strength to that, yeah?
Yes, you do.
It's a strength roll. So that's a 15.
15. 15.
15.
15. Okay. It takes a couple of hits. Because even that, against a big tree thing, and sort of slicing at it, it takes a couple of good whacks before eventually you're able to cut through it and the branch of the tree is able to sort of pull away. The carpet itself is still wedged underground, and you have to kind of do a bit of pulling and digging around around the soil and wood chippings around it. But eventually, between the two of you, you're able to pull this carpet free and kind of throw it, toss it out of the side of the cart, and it lands with a and then kind of unrolls along the floor, to reveal a beautifully decorated carpet of flying. That's hang on, let me just see the size of it. It is I'm gonna give you. Oh, I get to roll for it. Hang on 1 second. D100. In fact, you guys can do it. Jay, roll a D100.
$37.
37. Okay. The carpet is 4 by 6 foot. It has it can hold about 400 pounds of weight and has a flying speed of 60 feet per turn. It's so you can probably, I'm thinking about 4 by 6 foot. You can probably get 3 people on there, carried on that magic carpet.
This is amazing.
So yeah, I've actually got my carpet in my room here. Actually, is 4 by 6 foot. So yeah, I can actually picture it. So yeah, it's kind of ordained like it's like red colours with sort of like a wing motif in the corners of them, with little tassels on the end. Yeah, it's a very nice ordained carpet.
Once Eli gets out, I'm literally going to grab him and give him a great big kiss, like a proper kiss on the lip. No tongue. I'm just over the moon.
So you look at the carpet, and one thing you do know about magic carpets is the way to get them to work is to speak the command word. Which you don't know at this moment in time.
I'm going to roll it up, and I'm going to just, with a spring in my step, head back towards the cat, our cat.
Okay.
So I found some footprints. Okay, I'll get back in the cart as well. I thought, okay, fine. Okay, fine.
Maybe the kiss stunned Ayla, literally stunned him for a round.
Where do the footprints lead?
Oh, well, they lead, and I point in the direction they lead. I'll show you.
Right, okay, let's go.
Okay. You head towards where the footprints lead, and you get to the point where it's sort of like in the middle of the road where the footprints stop. They're no longer.
I also point out the sword to Ayla. I haven't touched it myself.
Okay, the sword itself, Ayla, as you get a look at it, it's just a standard long sword. It looks like it's had some vines sort of wrapped around the hilts, as if it's been pulled away from its user. But around where the sword is, there's also some slashed vines and things around the area, as if the sword was used to cut them before it was removed from its wielder.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I have no need for another sword. Does anyone need a sword?
No, I'm fine. Are you ill?
I'm carrying 2 swords and 2 bows.
Is
I'm a
that all?
walking. I have hammers and daggers. I'm a walking arsenal.
Oh, right. I'm taking the sword then. I just, you know. So yeah, it looks like that's where they got taken. So do we just keep going, or what?
Is there any sign of what happened once the footprints stop?
Yes, good question, Raljin.
You'd have to do a further investigation check at this point
Oh,
because
I-
you've
I
moved
will
quite
do that
far
then.
away. You've moved quite far away from the initial investigation area. Followed the footprints. You're in a different
I will
area now.
investigate.
I will
Let's-
also investigate.
Are you doing 2
Uh,
separate rolls, or would you like to one roll with advantage? How would you like to do this?
Well,
let's-
I have a +5 investigation.
Yes, we'll do it with you rolling with advantage if that's okay with you.
Okay, cool. So
Okay.
one of those rolls was a 6, so that's not good. Ah, yes, I think this is going to be fine. That is a 22.
Okay.
Excellent. Well done,
So-
Thornseller.
Yes.
The
Yes.
footprints stop in this area, and it looks as if the person was just running and then just stopped and vanished. However, as you get a closer look and begin to inspect the ground around where the tracks finish,
Oh.
you notice the soil is quite loose within about a 5-foot cubed area.
Oh.
As you begin to kind of push and brush the soil from side to side, you eventually push your hands past a set of fingers which are pointing upwards.
Are they cold?
They're very stiff.
Pointing upwards.
Yeah.
I will look up.
No, not as if like pointing
No,
upwards. It's
no.
almost like someone went under the ground.
in the
with their
same
Oh,
yeah,
right,
in
okay.
the same way that the tops of carrots point up.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. And about as sentient at this point. Well, we were too late. Let's keep going.
You can gather that this person was seemingly pulled underground.
Ish. There are. Oh, well, yeah. I get
We should.
Alar, we were a bit late.
Yes. Is there anything we can work out as to how this happened? Because is it magic? What is it?
On the bright side, we don't have to do any sort of burial.
Yes.
Well, Ayla, if you want to know if it's magic, roll me an Arcana check.
1 Arcana check coming up. Ah, this is good, everybody. I can determine what this is.
Oh,
Ooh.
I have every faith. This is going to be good.
Okay.
It's a 4.
Okay.
Ah.
From what you can gather, Ayla, he fell into a hole, and the hole swallowed him.
Everybody, I have got the answer. He fell into the hole, and the hole swallowed him. Now, I'm more than happy for somebody else to have a little inspection, and then
No,
they
I'm-
can confirm that I'm correct or not. You know, I'm not proud about my abilities here.
No, I think that's exactly what happened, and I'm pretty sure that he would have wanted whoever found his cart to have it.
Really? You think that I'm right on a matter
Yes.
of Arcana?
Of,
Wow,
when are
I
you
must-
ever wrong?
Well, I
would
have been
bet
wrong
my
before.
thorns on it.
Yeah, I have been wrong before. I did indeed at one point doubt you were a magic thorn seller.
Yes, and then you worked out that I was, in fact.
Yes, but I doubted your abilities. I have to confess that I was wrong to do that.
Well, you know, everybody, even the most perfect detective, makes mistakes occasionally, but it's something you learn from. And in this occasion, it's paid off. All of
Well,
that training of your mind palace.
I suppose he fell into the floor and the floor swallowed him then.
Yes. Yes.
What's
Right.
everyone's passive perception?
Uh-oh.
16.
9.
11.
Oh, yay.
Specifically here, Aylar, Sal,
9.
and Raljin.
Oh,
I would like to point out as well that Sal isn't really paying attention to Aylar.
Okay.
Sal is humouring Aylar, but I am very much aware that this is not why. I'm not even going to do an Arcana check, and I am going to assume that the Dryads did this.
Okay.
So I would like to say that while I am saying to Aylar, yes, good boy, well done, have a sweet, I am looking for Dryads.
Okay.
Oh dear.
With that, Aylar,
Yes.
as you guys are having this conversation, and Sal and Raljin are sort of like, kind of half paying attention to you and half paying attention to what's going on. You're not fully paying attention to what's going on. You, Sal and Aylar, Sal and Raljin, hear almost like a snigger coming from around the area. You hear it come from 2 different points. Then suddenly, Aylar, you feel something tighten around your ankle. And give me a strength check, please.
So is this just a check or a saving throw?
Pardon? This is a saving throw, please.
Oh, that's good. Because I get a really big meaty bonus on that. 20. Unnatural.
Okay. 1 second. Oh, no, sorry, I do apologise. Dexterity.
Huh.
So,
Well,
you can do the same roll, just add your dexterity modifier instead.
It's 18 then.
18. It still succeeds, but you feel as something, and Raljin and Sal, you notice this, almost like a black whip comes out from the tree line, wraps itself around Aylar's foot, and you feel your foot kind of get pulled slightly, Aylar. You manage to keep your balance, but you have this, what looks like a rope of hair tied around your foot, attempting to trip you up. It's failed attempts at tripping you up. It kind of leaves it a little bit stunned, and it unwraps and snakes back into the tree line. You then hear that same snigger. And that's where we're gonna go to a break, and we'll find out what this is.
I don't think he did fall in that hole and bury himself.
We're gonna go to
Oh.
this after. Right.
I think I know what this is going to be.
We'll see.
I'm excited.
Okay, so we'll come back after a 10-minute break, so about 20 past 8, if that's okay with everybody.
Sweet.
Okay.
Yes.
Just to let you know, Sal, Raljin, and Aylar, you're about 30 feet from the party. Sorry, about 60 feet from the party. I'll see if I can whip up a map really quick during the break,
Cool.
and we'll go from there. All right, we'll catch you. We'll catch everyone in about 10 or 15 minutes. Okay.
Awesome.
All right. See you soon, guys. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Call It Crits. And I'm just double checking that. I've got the map open. Hey, guys, I don't know, you guys can't see the map, but it's on the stream. I'm quite proud of this map for whipping it up literally within the break. So I'll share it with you guys, and fingers crossed we don't disconnect. So I'm now sharing the map with everybody. Okay, we are on. Okay, I managed to make this map within the break. So we've got over here, we've got the cart which has been dragged down by all the vines and everything, and we've got Grinks and Yarn over here, and then we've got you guys over here that were investigating this thing, and then something's been attacking you. So what I would like everyone to do is roll for initiative, please.
As we do that, I'm just going to say, Sal, Grinks, I was wrong. Or actually, I was right about being wrong. I was wrong originally. He didn't bury himself. Something just tried to grab my ankle. And as I say that, I pull out my longsword.
Okay,
wield it.
roll for initiative.
Okay.
15.
I've actually rolled a good initiative for once.
Hey.
Oh my goodness, 21.
Right, just all right. Excellent. Keep your numbers a second while I
Oh,
just.
sorry.
No, it's all right. I just forgot to. I forgot to make my initiative counter. So just reset that in counter and find the creatures that you are fighting. Da-da-da. And we put a couple of those in there. Right. Okay. So I'll start. I'll go down my list. So Ayla, what's your initiative?
21.
21. Grinks, what's your initiative?
24.
24. Yarn, what's your initiative?
15.
15. Raljin, what's your initiative?
14.
Sorry, say that one again.
14.
14. Sal, what's your initiative?
21.
21. Lynx,
Also 14.
also 14. Okay.
And Nix, does she just go with me in my turn?
Yeah. Right. So, in the scenario that you've got yourself in at the moment, you cannot actually see your attacker. You do notice what has wrapped around your leg, Ayla, has seemed to sort of snake its way towards a small rocky outcrop, and sort of like and kind of whips its way in and out of sight. But we're going to Grinks first. You don't actually know that anything's going on. You're just kind of still over there, so you're not technically in battle. So
Where
I'll just
am I?
let me get you on maps. So you're over here.
Where's our cat?
Oh, your cat. I haven't put that on there. Sorry, I do apologise. It will be. Let me just objects, saved objects. I think I've got your cart in here. Okay.
Saw the memes.
Yes, same.
So the what?
We saw the memes.
Just the memes.
What memes?
The guy from The Office.
Oh right. Ah, wait. Where the hell did it go?
Oh,
Okay.
did it?
It
From
fell
the
off the
table?
table. Yep.
It fell off the table. All right. Let me just. I don't know why it's not falling into place, but there we go. Your cart is huge. Just let me just fix this because it's doing my head in. And let it drop. There you go. That's your cart. It's not actually crushing you, Grinks, but
I will be spending my turn stowing the flying carpet into our car. I'm going to roll it out onto the floor, and I'm hoping no one's going to ask any questions later on.
okay. Right. So that's going to be your cart there. It's kind of it is actually probably that size, to be honest. So that's what you're doing. You're in there stowing this carpet in there. Okay, Ayla, it's your turn. So you've just seen. If you see any figures on here, you can't actually see them. So you saw it sort of whip around the corner, around this side. What would you like to do?
Naturally, I've got a shield in one hand. I've got my long sword in the other.
Okay.
I'm gonna go and try and identify it and hack it to bits.
Okay, I've just realised your figures are way too big on here. Let's scale you down.
We've lost
Ayla
our
now suspects that the person that was buried did not bury himself. He now thinks that this thing had a part to play in it.
You mean he suspects that? Oh, okay, you know that. All right, okay, that's unprecedented. Sorry, I've made you guys way too big. Let me just get this guy and scale him down.
It's all right.
There we go, and chuck you back on there. And I can actually probably scale this down because that's actually way too big. There we go. Much better. Right, okay, so we're back to you. So where are you going, Ayla?
You said that the black thing.
Yeah, it kind of whips its way around this corner down here.
Well, Ayla's really quickly going to get there and try and, if you can see it, hack it to bits.
Okay, 1 second. Because...
You're dead.
Oh, right, okay. Nope, so, yeah, you run around the corner and you kind of follow what looks like a rope of hair around the corner, and you manage to see it just whip around, and a small grey creature, almost looks dwarvish, however it's got goat legs, long sort of black hair that kind of comes back, and also it's got the hold of its hair in its hand, almost like a whip, and a big long bushy beard, big bulbous nose and grey skin. It looks like it's about to scurry out of the way, still with that that giggle, but you managed to see it sort of disappear just around the corner.
Phil, do I know what it is? Do I recognise the creature?
You can give me an intelligence check if you like.
Uh-oh. It's a 13.
No, you don't know what this is.
I'm going to hold my attack.
Okay.
Because I can't attack... You know Eli by now. He can't attack something in good conscience without knowing whether it's good or evil.
Okay.
He just can't do it. So you're going to hold his attack and try and talk to it.
Interesting. What would you like to say to it, and in what language?
Oh, well... I'm going to speak human.
So common.
Common.
Okay. What are you going to say?
Hello. Who are you? And what are you doing here?
Okay. I'll say that as your turn. You've got your action held. What are you waiting for with your held action?
I have my shield out and my sword ready.
And if it attacks you, that's what you're going to attack back.
If it attacks me, I will attack back.
Okay, that's your held action there. Okay, Sal, it's your turn. Hang on,
Wait, can I see this thing?
No, you can't. You can just see Ayla. He goes around the corner of these rocks, and he starts. You see him kind of bend down slightly, still ready in his sword and shield, but then he just says, "Hello," as if he's talking to something.
Oh. Oh, God. Right. So, did you say I also heard the sound coming from another direction, or?
You heard sniggering coming from around the back of you as well.
Okay. I'm going to motion that way to Raljin, and then I'm going to step a little closer to Ayla so that I can see this thing, even if it means it's partially covered.
Okay.
Because I can ignore that anyway.
5, 10, 15. Probably have to get as close as this. It's quite hidden in. You see now that Ayla is talking. You can't see the whole thing. You can see its long black hair. It's small in stature, and you can sort of see part of its leg, this goat-like leg, sticking out.
Can I do some sort of check to see if I can work out what it is?
Yes, you can.
Oh,
That's a
I did
good
not
idea.
do well. What check would that be?
It's just intelligence.
Oh, it's a 9. So I'm just gonna. shoot
You're worse
it.
than me.
Yeah, you've never seen anything like this before either.
No, so I'm definitely going to shoot it.
Okay. So Ayla bends down. He goes ready, and he goes, "Hello," and then Sal just runs up and goes, "Ah!" Just fires a crossbow bolt at it.
Oh, I'm not taking any chances.
Yeah, damn right.
Oh no. Well, look. The good news is that I hopefully haven't undone Ayla's good work at diplomacy, because I probably missed. I got an 8.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely going to miss.
I mean, it might hit Ayla. I mean, no, that was a joke.
It doesn't hit Ayla, but you
fantastic.
fire the as you fire the bolt, ding, kind of it misses the creature and hits the rock. The creature slicks back into the rock, and actually you lose visual of it at this point, Ayla, as well, as it sort of goes behind the rock. What are you doing next, Sal?
I mean, probably apologising. Oh dear, can I hide?
If you want, you can certainly try. That's what it's doing.
What a wasted turn. Oh, wait. Oh,
Stealth check.
stealth check. So that is. Oh, I'm good at stealth. 27.
Oh, you feel pretty hidden. I'm going to say you.
I feel pretty hidden.
You feel
Oh, no.
You feel pretty well hidden. Right. Okay, Yarn. It's your turn. You notice that you hear the twang of a crossbow bolt go off in the distance.
If I hear that, can I move towards it to investigate? And then that'll be a full move, won't it?
Yeah, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60 will get you about there. And you notice Ralgin looks on edge, like readied, and you see. Actually, you don't see Sal. You see, because Sal's hidden. But you do see Ayla sort of like looking with his sword ready into a rocky outcrop.
So I can't see the creature.
You cannot see the creature, no.
Okay.
That will be your turn. Ralgin, it's your turn.
Okay, Lynx and I are going to head in the direction of the other laughter.
Okay, so it's coming from sort of this direction. Do you want to do your movements in that direction? 5,
Yeah.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Give me a perception check.
Okay, well, my passive perception's 16.
Still got to be perception.
Fine. That is 12.
What?
12.
Oh, 12. Sorry, I missed that. No, it's not enough to see. You cannot see anything in this direction. You're looking around,
Okay.
but you don't actually see anything.
Well, I'll go with my backup plan then.
What's that?
DM question, because rules as written say there is no reason why I can't do this,
Okay.
but it's your discretion. I want to use my ice bow
Mm-hmm.
and also use Tail of Thorns.
Didn't we say that was okay? Hang on.
It was no, it was the Blazing Bowstring before.
Oh, right, okay. What would it... describe Hail of Thorns to me.
Hail of Thorns is a concentration spell for up to a minute, and it lasts until I hit my first target. It
Okay.
creates a square radius where everything within 5 foot of what I aim at also takes damage. So if I aim in a general direction of where I think an enemy is, anything
Okay.
within 5 feet of that will take damage.
Oh, okay. I'll allow it. Oh.
Okay, so I'm going to use my... Ooh! Oh no, it doesn't work on combat rolls, damn it! I was going to say I was going to use my terrain advantage, but I don't get it.
Yeah, it doesn't work on that.
No.
So, for this...
Go on.
Well, for this, you gotta give me... You can give me an attack roll, but with disadvantage, because you cannot see what you're aiming for. And
Okay.
it's up to difficulty.
I mean, that's pretty good even with a disadvantage. It's not... I'm really annoyed that you said with disadvantage because I got a 19. But yeah, I knew that was coming. Right, so... I mean, I get stupid bonuses anyway.
Yeah.
$24.
24.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So you fire into the air, and it kind of splits out into your ice arrow splits out into several different shards and fires down into the ground and hits this creature right in front of you, which is now visible. It wasn't invisible; it was just blended in with the natural sort of like rocky area just that's around that I haven't actually put in that area. But you can now see it as it kind of gets hit by one of the ice arrows. Roll for damage, please.
Okay, so that is. Oh wait, no. I don't get that because I can't use Hunter's Mark with Hail of Thorns.
Mm-hmm.
So that is. I had my dex, don't I? Do I?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 points of damage.
Okay.
Sorry, no. Sorry. 16.
16 points of damage. Nice. Okay, the creature takes an arrow, an icy arrow. It's kind of it hits it, seems to do some damage, but it kind of shatters against its grey, stony skin. But some of the ice just managed to creep in and do some damage. Lynx's turn, so I'm assuming Lynx is going to come over and attack this creature.
Yeah.
Well, if she can get there, she's not going to be able to get there in time.
Can I get a top-down view?
There you go.
You probably can. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, yeah.
All right, okay. Okay.
She gets 40 feet of movement anyway, so...
Oh, yeah. Roll for an attack.
She misses. She got a 6.
Oh, yeah, that's going to miss. Okay, so she actually scratched at it, and her claws go across its stony skin and actually bend back, and she winces back. It's tough skin. It's just too much for her. Right, it's their turn. So the first one, the one that Lynx is on, I'm going to say is going to use a club attack against her. So first one is that's not going to hit. That's a 12 to hit.
No, misses.
Yeah, and it's going to make its second attack against her as well. That's better. In fact, that's an unnatural 20.
Yeah.
So that one's going to hit. So she takes. Hang on a second. Ooh. Oh, right, okay. Ooh, gosh. Ouch. 3d8 plus 6.
Doing to my cat, man.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
3d8. How hard is this thing?
Tough. That is so 8 plus 6. Yeah, 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
She's okay.
So basically, as it does this, the creature kind of its feet kind of blend into the ground, and the rocky ground that it stood on creeps up to it, into its arm, tightens around its fist, turns its club into stone as it hits Lynx across the face, and she just kind of hits the ground for a second, as she's literally just been hit by a rock. Tough stuff. Right, round to the one that's on Ayla. So, Ayla, you're still there, sort of like trying to talk to this creature. You are about to be able to get an attack on it because it's going to leap out, and it's going to jump at you and attack with its club. So, you get to go first because you saw it coming. So, can you make your attack, please?
Okay, you want me to attack, yeah?
Yes, please.
Right, with my sword. Right, okay. That's not great. So let me do my bonuses. So I've rolled a 9 on dice, and I add an 8, so it's 17.
Just hits. Roll for damage.
Oh, I knew that was a bad roll. Right, well, because it's been naughty, I'm going to add a superiority dice.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to do my usual roll. With a long sword, it's a 1d8 plus 5, and I'm adding a superiority dice.
Okay.
D8. The d8's a 6.
Okay.
Add a 5's 11, and add a 4 is 15.
15 points of damage.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now
But
it's.
I get 2 attacks, don't I?
Yes, you do.
Does that happen on a...
No, it doesn't.
held
Not when it's a held action. So no, you only get the 1 attack when it's a held action. Sadly. So it's its turn. So it's going to attack. Oh, this dice can go in dice jail. Its first attack, as it leaps out towards you, it goes to hit you, and it misses.
Right, in that case, Phil,
Yeah.
in that case, I would like to expend superiority dice
Okay.
and use riposte. When a
Oh.
creature misses you with a melee attack, you may use your reaction and expend 1 superiority dice to make an attack back on that creature.
Very nice. Go for it.
If you hit, you add the dice to your damage roll.
Okay.
Right. Naughty thing. I was trying to be nice. It's been naughty. Right. Okay, it's a 15. So add a 9 is 24.
That hits.
So I roll the D8. We add 5, and then we add the D6. So it's a 6. Add 4. Add 5. 15.
15 points of damage. It's like they've all been taking 15 so far. Okay.
That's nice.
So it misses you with that attack. It kind of hits the ground as it jumps out, and it actually moves around to the back of you as it hits the ground. Turns around, embeds its feet into the ground. The stone comes up into its hand, and it's going to hit you across the back of the head with its club. In fact, I'm going to roll a different die because that one's been rolling shit. It's not much better, but it's not going to hit you. That's 9, 15 to hit. It's not going to hit you. What a waste. So it goes to hit you.
I'll use riposte again then.
Oh, okay.
If it misses
oh no,
me,
hang on.
get...
You only have 1 reaction.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
That is true, yeah.
So you can't
My
use
bad.
riposte again, unfortunately. Sorry.
No
So
problem.
that's the end
Worth
of
a
that. Grinks, you've noticed that Yarn has disappeared from the area and is running towards the direction of everyone. You can hear sort of like, things going on.
Okay, so I'm going to move my full 60 feet of movement.
Okay.
And I'm going to send Nyx out in front of me because she's got 50 feet flight speed.
Okay. I'm moving the cat and not you.
Have a look. See.
So
where
5,
does that get
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. You would get to there.
And then I just need a Nyx mini.
Okay.
I've been waiting for this since I've had her.
Alright, let me just search and... So
I like the way
need
you
it.
pick off that quite quickly.
Yeah.
I think it was just bird or something. Yeah, crow might be a good one.
I've got one. Let me just see what it is in the monster manual.
Raven?
Well, I thought it was a raven, but it turned
Yeah,
out...
it is a raven. It is a raven in the monster manual. Well, in the
Yeah.
familiar.
It doesn't appear to be... Yeah. Oh, wait, I know why. Hang on. Animals. I need to actually drag it out. So I need to spawn it there, and then I need to
2
search.
ticks, everyone.
A physical bag appears on the battlefield.
Yes!
Wait, you can have
Great.
chocobos?
Yeah, do you want Chocobo? Raven flights. There we go. Right, there we go. Let's get rid of that, get rid of that. It's tiny at the minute, so I need to make it bigger. There we go. Right, in fact, that's
Okay,
probably right. So,
Does she get from me? So is there enough movement to go and perch on Raljian's shoulder?
oh yeah, plenty.
Okay.
There.
And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach into my pocket and take out the licorice root that I had earlier from yesterday.
Okay.
And I'm going to bite into it. I'm going to mutter some words. And Ralgin's going to have a shimmer of purple and azure magic go from Nyx into him. And you've got his, buddy.
Ooh.
Rajan, I knew there was a reason you wanted licorice root. Okay.
Always a reason. It's
Always a reason.
Sugar rush.
So for the next 10 turns, before you have fatigue, you get an extra
10?
action. It lasts for a minute, I think. So 6
Nice.
seconds.
Yeah. Haste. Duration, concentration up to 1 minute. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So the extra action can be used for a weapon attack, a dash, disengage, hide, or use object.
Wow.
Okay. Right, so with that then, it's Aylar's turn. So you're being attacked by this guy over here, Aylar. What would you like to do? Are you on mute?
No, he's not.
Oh, and with the rest of Nyx's movement, she'd have shot up the remainder of her movement, so just to get out of combat.
Oh, fair
She
enough.
doesn't have to keep touching Ralgin, so
Okay.
just bear that in mind when you're going
Okay.
to go and stuff.
That's fine. Right, so Aylar, it's your turn. I don't know if you're talking. I can't hear you. I can see your thing flashing up, but I can't hear you.
I'm hearing now.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, I can hear you then.
I don't know what's happened there. Right,
Okay.
so I'm going to. I tried to talk to it. It didn't want to know. It attacked me. So my god, Melora, isn't going to mind if I smash its head in.
Go for it.
So I'm just going to cleave its head straight off.
You can
That's
certainly try.
I'm going to certainly try and cleave its head off.
Give me an attack roll.
It is 11 plus my 9 is 20.
That hits. Roll for damage.
So what I need to do now is add another dice, another superiority dice. I'm down. This is my third one I'm using.
Okay.
I've got 5. This is my third. It's 6 and a 4 is 10. And guess what? Add 5 is, guess what? It's 15.
15 points of damage. Okay.
I have another attack. I'm going to cleave it again.
Okay. Go for it.
Oh, I've shanked it. I get an 11, which means I rolled a 2 on dice.
Oh, yeah, that's going to miss. Sorry. So, with that, it's Sal's turn. What are you doing, Sal?
Alright, so Aylar is in melee with this thing, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Which is-
I'm gonna sneak attack.
Okay. Are you going in sneak attack with your crossbow or with your dagger?
Crossbow, because that's what I already had out.
Okay.
So I got an 18.
18 on dice. That's... Oh, sorry, 18 total. Yeah, that will
18
hit.
total.
Mhm.
Alrighty. Is so that's 3 points of normal damage, and then the sneak attack damage is. Oh, 12 points, so 15 points in total.
Yay! It's the 15
15.
club.
It is the 15 club.
Yay!
Yeah. Okay.
4 15s in a row.
That was with... Is there anything magical about your crossbow?
No.
So that's 7 points in total.
Oh!
As the you see the crossbow, the bolt ricochet off it. It does some damage and chips away some of the stone, but doesn't do as much damage as you expect it to do.
Oh.
Yeah, because you see, my sword's magic, isn't it, Phil?
Yes, it is.
Ah.
Right.
I am going to use my bonus action to
Okay.
hide again.
Roll for hide.
That is a 15, and then with the plus, that is 24.
24 points of damage. Sorry, 24 to hit. Sorry, 24
points of hiding.
Sorry, 24 points of hiding. I do apologise. Sorry, it's my
Yeah.
fault. Okay. Now it's Jan's turn. What are you doing, Jan?
So I can see the creature now, can I?
You can. Yes, you can see it in melee with Jan. At this point, you can also see one at this side in melee with Ralgin as well.
Oh, I can see both of them.
Yes.
So do I know what these creatures are?
You can certainly give me an intelligence check.
We don't know what they are.
That's 15.
15.
Yeah, it's close.
Add your history on there, because I think you're book smart, so you can use that.
Aww.
That's 20.
Okay. You know what these are. These are creatures known as Koreds. They are fey creatures that are actually more commonly found in mountainous areas and caves and things, or in the Feywild. Not typically found in areas like this, which is what actually makes their appearance here quite strange, and the fact that they have attacked unprovoked. So they've actually made the first move here, which is very unlike creatures of this type. They're usually quite shy creatures that will only attack if they feel threatened.
Are they linked to dryads anywhere?
Any links to what?
Dryads.
Apart from the fact that they're both fey creatures, and both can be found in the Feywild, I think you can probably make that link. Creatures of nature.
Okay. Well, so do I know if they're intelligent creatures or not?
They're fairly intelligent.
Well, I'll take my chances then. The one that's closest to me, the one that's engaged with Ralgin.
Yes.
I'll try Phantasmal Killer on that one.
Okay. Is it a save?
Intelligence saving throw. Yeah. Is it intelligence or wisdom? 1 sec.
Okay, that is an 8. So what are you making? Is like its worst nightmare.
Yeah.
Okay. So it begins to envision its worst nightmare, and it looks scared, and it is now frightened of you specifically, Jan.
Excellent. It doesn't take any
Well-
damage on my turn. It's just scared of me.
Yeah.
What is its worst nightmare?
I mean, you don't see it, so it means I don't have to make it up on the spot. It just sees its worst nightmare, which, I don't know, is probably some sort of underdark, massive creature like an Umberhulk or something. Are you doing anything else on your turn, Jan?
No, can I move just a little bit round to the right one space?
Okay.
So I'm just kind of behind that rock, but still in sight of the other one.
Okay. Hang on, wait, just sort of this way.
That's it, yeah.
Yep, okay. Right. That's your turn. Ralgin, it's your turn.
Okay,
You now have haste.
I do. Right, I am going to.
Oh, and your movement speed is doubled as well.
I am going to back up 30 feet.
Okay, 30 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay. I am going to cast Hunter's Max in Tale of Thorns has ended.
Okay.
And I am going to Ice Arrow again.
Okay.
So...
Do
Is there
you-
any limit
On the ice arrows, no, they appear. They just appear in your bow.
Okay, cool.
Endless
So
ice arrows.
What was you going to say? Do I...
No, sorry, I thought you still had Hail of Thorn, so it's fine.
No, it ends on a successful hit.
Okay, so go for it. What? Give me an attack roll.
Okay, so that is... Hang on. Oh wait, no, I'm doing damage. Hang on. So for that starting. 18. 22, 24, 20, yeah, 26.
That hits. Roll for damage.
And that's a D10, that's a D8. Okay, not super fantastic. So 6, 10, 16 points of damage with my first arrow.
16 points of damage with your first arrow. Excellent.
They are magical, aren't they? Because they just appear.
Yes, they are magical arrows. Yeah.
Right, second attack again. Magical. That is. Sorry. Ice arrow, should I say? That's 21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. Roll for damage.
Okay. That is. 9, 10, 11, 12, 22 points of damage.
Cool.
And then
third
my
attack.
second. I get 2 attacks per action. Is that correct?
Hang on. Haste.
No. It gives me a second action, and my action to attack, I get 2 attacks. So that means I get 4 attacks in total.
I'm not sure that's how it's intended.
No, I think it'll give you an extra attack. An extra action is an extra attack.
I mean, okay, but
But it does give you a boost to AC and everything else as well.
Yeah.
So it's not just just.
So the spell of the target's speed is doubled, it gains +2 to AC, and it has advantage on dexterity saving throws and gains an additional attack to action on each of its turns. So action.
one weapon attack only. Yeah, no,
yeah,
that's fine.
yeah.
Yeah, fair. So that is 21 to hit. No, sorry, 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. Roll for damage.
Sorry, needless to say, it's an ice arrow.
Yeah.
So that is 10, 13, 15, 17 points of damage.
17 points of damage. Heart racing, you move at incredible speed. Back off, pull back your bow, and fire off 3 consecutive arrows, almost too fast for the bow to even keep up with you, but you manage it. They fire off towards the corrid, hit it 3 times in the chest, and the ice manages to sink into it and break out, taking chunks of stony skin and flesh away from the creature. It's still standing, but it's looking weak. That's your turn. Lynx's turn.
Okay. Can Lynx disengage? I know that's an action, but I don't know if she can do it.
She can't do it specifically, no.
Okay.
I mean, she can disengage, but she'd have to use her action to disengage.
That's what I mean.
You know, but that would be her action.
Yeah, no, I know. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, she's going to use her action to disengage and run to my side.
Okay. Okay. I'll put it right to your side. Okay.
This is relevant because of its next attack. Nyx is like 20 feet.
Yeah. I know where Nyx is. I won't kill your bird.
I
again.
don't want a repeat of last time.
No. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, 30 feet. So
how much damage did I do to that thing?
a lot, and it's tough. It doesn't like you, so it takes out its. It kind of whips around its hair into its hand, begins to unravel it to the floor, kind of does a lasso and whips it towards you. The hair wraps around your waist, begins to grip tightly. Give me a strength saving throw, please.
I'm sure you said it was Dex last time.
Oh no, sorry, yeah, Dex. Sorry, I do apologise.
Mwahaha. Advantage on dex saving throws thanks to haste.
Oh yeah, that's a point.
Oh, and it made absolutely bugger all difference. 16.
16 is
Yeah.
enough. It wraps around you, it begins to pull you as if trying to pull you towards it, but you manage to kind of like pull out of it, and the head just kind of snakes back to the creature. It looks pissed off. It picks up a rock from the ground and just hurls it towards you. So it's going to make... Oh, that's definitely going to hit. That is a 26 to hit. So you take, and it's touching the solid ground. So you take 4d8.
I'm sorry.
This rock hurtles like a bullet towards you. It hits you right in the side of the head. You take 10, 22, 28 points of bludgeoning damage as this rock flies
That's
towards
brilliant.
you, clocks you in the side of the head, and you actually see stars for a moment. Jill Valentine, Albert Wesker, the whole lot of them just flashed before your eyes.
Sorry, 20.
22 on dice plus 6, so it's, 28.
Jeez.
As this rock hits you in the side of the head. That's its turn. It's then going to bonus action and hide. It's going to attempt to hide. That is 14, 16, 19 to hide. So it kind of disappears from view. Your passive perception's 16, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it kind of, in all intents and purposes, it blends in with the background, and any attack on it now would be at disadvantage. Ayla, the one that's on you, is going to run towards you and grapple you around your legs. So it's going to come around, wrap its arms around your legs. I need you to make a contested strength check, please.
So that's strength saving throw.
No, contested strength check, so it's just a check.
Alright, so it's just my +3 plus my dice roll.
Yes.
Okay.
It's attempting to grapple you, so it's not less of a saving throw, it's more your strength against its strength.
I rolled 15 on dice and I've got a +3, so that's 18.
It's not enough. It rolled 21. So you are now considered grappled. Its next move will shock you. It then digs its feet into the ground and casts Meld into Stone. It then sinks down into the ground, taking you with it. You are now grappled under the ground, just like the person, the victim of the that you just found, and you are held under the ground. Both you and the creature are both under the ground. And you are currently considered restrained under there, so you cannot move at all, and you are melded into the stone along with this creature. Damage-wise, okay. Damage-wise, you take 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll have to re-roll one. 60. Oh no, there's one. 66. Okay, that's 8. Oh no, that's 10. So that is 20 points of crushing damage or bludgeoning damage as you are pulled under the ground. You also have, in terms of turns to live, your constitution, because you are suffocating as well now. So whatever your constitution score is, that's or your constitution modifier. That's how many turns you have to live.
Wow. So I have. Is that the Constitution saving throw score?
Yeah. So whatever the plus whatever.
5.
You have 5 turns before you suffocate, unless you are pulled out.
Pretty high, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. So you are currently underground and restrained in that sense and suffocating. Grinks, it's
I'm
your
coming
turn.
underground, burying myself.
Yeah. So
Okay.
they're still there, but underground. You did see that. You did see them disappear underground, Sal. Just so you know.
Okay.
So Grinks, it's you.
Okay, so my focus actually wouldn't have been on Ayla, it would have been on what Raoul Jin was doing.
Yes.
So I would have seen that thing kind of disappear. So I'm going to move forward.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of diagonally in front of Yarn.
So about there, or there.
A step extra forward. There, yeah.
About there.
Yeah. I'm going to look at Raljin and just say, kid, your arrow might have someone's name on it. Sometimes you just need to send it to whom it may concern. And I'm going to turn around at the point of where it was, and I'm going to cast Fireball. And I'm going to use a spell to avoid nicks.
Okay.
So that would be a dexterity saving throw, spell DC 15.
Okay. Dexterity +2. That's a 13. It fails.
He's Mr. Crispy.
So there's
he really is.
There's an explosion of fire in the area. He becomes visible. No doubt about it. Roll for damage, please.
19. So remember 19.
Uh-huh.
19.
37 points of fire damage.
Okay. Dead. Area just explodes, and as it becomes visible, you actually notice the cracks in its skin ever just erupt even more, and just kind of like bursts and crumbles to the ground. Organs and everything just flayed all over the place. Definitely dead. Singed hair. The smell of singed hair fills the air.
In that case, Nyx is also going to go another 20 feet straight into the air, and I think that's going to do me for this turn.
Okay, hang on 1 second. If I do this, see how good I can do this instead. Lock Nyx there and chuck Nyx into the air. Whee! There we are. Just flying above it, just doing nothing. Right, okay. Ayla, it's your turn. You are currently in a lot of trouble and suffocating. You can attempt a strength saving throw at this point. Difficulty is very high though.
Difficulty is what?
Difficulty is very high.
You just went difficulty and then it went quiet.
Oh, right,
yeah,
sorry.
Okay. So strength saving throw, I get +6 on that.
Okay.
So is it just the one die? Yeah, no advantage. I'm not...
Yeah, there's no. Yeah, it's yeah, just the one die.
18.
It's not enough. You are still.
24.
Sorry.
It's 24 total.
24 total. It's still not enough. It didn't beat.
Oh my
it
God.
didn't beat.
Well, I'm
its
not going to
roll.
do it then, am I?
No,
Really?
it's contested against the creature. It's still holding on to you, so it's contested against its roll. So I rolled for it, and it rolled higher than that.
Oh, I see. Right. Yeah, I was really.
So it's
I was
not the.
really
It's not
chuffed
the.
at
Yeah,
18.
yeah. When I
The
told you
plus
difficulty
6
was
is
very
good
high,
as well.
it rolled 28. These guys are tough.
Oh, well, I can't really get a 28.
I know. I know.
I can't really, even if I were at 20.
Oh really?
It'd be-
Gosh. I mean,
But
if you'd rolled natural 20, I would have allowed it because it's natural 20. You can't get higher than that. And I'm asking you to
20 plus
roll.
6
You have to have a
20 plus.
yeah.
20 plus 6 is 26. So.
Yeah.
Oh,
But if you'd rolled natural 20, I wouldn't ask you to roll if there wasn't a possibility of succeeding. So if you'd rolled a natural 20, you would have succeeded.
Yeah, cool. No worries.
Okay, so you're stuck underground for your turn, and at the top of your turn,
That's what. That's one of the turns then, yeah.
yes,
I've got five turns.
yes. So you've got 4 turns left.
Okay.
Okay. When it lets go, the difficulty becomes less. So, or if it lets go, Sal, it's your turn.
Well, as Sal sees this, Sal immediately drops their crossbow, dashes over to where Aylar was, and is gonna start digging with their
Okay.
hands.
Okay. So, Sal, you drop down and start digging. Give me strength check.
Oh no.
I'll call it strength. Digging through stone.
Okay. Wait, is it? Hang on. When I was investigating the guy, you mentioned that I was able to sort of put my hands into soil and find some
Hang on.
little.
Yeah, it's quite the stone is quite loose, so you can kind of
Hang
dig
on.
around and find a loose stone.
Okay.
We did purchase some hill giant strength potions.
Oh!
Um,
Oh!
Do
Can
you
I
act-
drink one?
Do you actually have one on your person?
Yes,
Yeah,
I
we got
bought one.
If you have one on your person, that
buy them. we
I didn't
acquired
buy
them.
it. I
Yeah.
I basically frightened a storekeeper into giving me one for free. I'm going to drink it.
Okay.
Is that a bonus action or an action?
bonus.
Yes.
I'll allow it.
Glug, 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 and then diggy, dig, dig.
Well
Okay.
remembered.
Yeah, glug, glug,
Thank
glug.
you.
So, potion of hill giant strength. Your strength goes up by.
Goes up to 20.
Does
If
it go?
goes up to 20, then it goes up by 12.
So, potion of giant strength. Strength 21. Your strength is now 21.
What's the modifier now?
Plus 5.
Oh my god. My modifier is increased by 6. Oh, right. Oh, you love to see it. That is a dirty 20.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you managed to. You can't dig in with the potion. You drink the potion real quick, and you just kind of dig both hands into the ground. And
And Sal is surprised by this, like their own action. Like the amount of soil comes up, and they suddenly look like that character from Five Children and It. And it's just like the sand is just going everywhere. So
yeah,
I'm
digging. You
I'm
managed
assuming
to.
this will help Aylar on his next go, maybe. I don't
Yes,
know.
well, what you managed to, you don't manage to uncover Aylar completely, but you do manage to, as you see, you see the top of his head, and you keep digging until eventually you manage to dig down far enough that you've uncovered as much as just above, just below his nose. So Aylar, as soon as you see that Sal, your eyes become uncovered and your hair is uncovered, and you manage to be able to take a deep breath in through your nose. You get a bit of gravel up there, but you are no longer suffocating.
And okay, I guess this isn't part of my action, but I am going to basically grab a handful of Aylar's hair, preparing to pull him out by the hair
God.
on my turn.
Oh God!
Quite Stacey again.
accidentally scalp Aylar.
Yes,
Pull his head off with that stick.
sacrifices must be made.
Oh my god! So it's like the old kind of horse torture you tie arms to one end
God!
Look,
of a horse.
look, it's a means to an end.
Aylar's not going to mind if you live.
Yeah.
He's fine with it.
Jan,
He's fine with it.
Jan, it's your turn.
Okay. So did this creature when I cast Phantasm on, did it end its turn? Did it have a turn? It's had a turn in between now and the last turn, hasn't it?
I do apologise. Yes, it did. And it would have taken. It would. Yeah. Okay.
Thank goodness Sal was there. Got the hill strength potion.
And we're back. I do apologise to anyone that was watching for the technical difficulties again. I think it's the heat. We're getting some. It's very hot here in the UK. Right. Okay. So, before we rudely got cut off, Aylar, you were pulled free. If that's right.
Yes.
Right. You were
Yes.
pulled free out of the rubble.
Yes.
So you can now. We'll call that your movement. So you can now have your attack.
So Aylar releases his longbow and he fires his 2 attacks directly at the assailants.
Okay. Give me your 2 attacks.
Oh, yes. 18 plus 9 is 27.
That hits. Definitely hits.
He's going to roll for damage. He's going to use one of his 2 last... no, he can't use the superiority dice. It's a melee one, that's right. I'm just talking nonsense. He's gonna just roll his damage dice, which is a 7, and then he adds on the modifier with his +1 arrow, and he adds on 4. So 7 add 4 is 11. Add 1 is 12.
12 for that first one.
Yes.
Okay. Second attack.
Oh, it's another 18.
Nice.
Double 18. That's fantastic.
Roll for damage.
Well, damage is 6. 6 plus 4 is 10. Add 1 is 11.
Okay, it's still standing, but it's looking pretty weak.
Second wind.
You mean action surge?
Action surge. I always get this too mixed up.
Go for it.
Action surge. Elar's pissed off. If it wasn't for his friends, Sal and Grinks and Valjean, he would be and Jan, he'd be in a whole world of trouble. 12. 12 add 9 is 21.
That hits. Roll for damage.
6. Well, that's a good one. So 6 add 4 is 10.
How do you want to do this?
He lets out this mighty roar. He draws his arrow and he fires the arrow straight through the foe's head. And the arrow splinters through the skull of the stone monster.
Excellent. As it flies through and splinters through the rock hard skull, that you managed to find a crack that managed to pierce through. It hits, killing the creature instantly. And as the spell only affects living creatures, once it dies, it falls to the ground like a rock and hits and just makes a dint in the ground.
Not living creatures, it's objects as well. But
objects,
yeah.
but we'll save for thematics. It hits the ground.
So, Elar put an arrow in its crack.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
And the battle. Battle is won against these creatures.
Elar wants to immediately go to Sal, Grinks, Ralgin, Jan, and say, thank you for rescuing me. Thank you for saving me. Without you guys, I would be dead in that ground, in the earth right now. I would have been like the other guy who I thought buried himself. Turns out, didn't bury himself. No one buries himself.
Okay, you're welcome. I'm really tired.
I like how it sounded like really sentimental, and then it's like, who I thought buried himself. No one buries themselves. Who does that?
I'm just going to confess. I'm going to confess to the newest 2 party members. I'm going to say, Grinks, Sal, I'm coming to know and trust you both, and you've both been there for me today, and I thank you for that. Sometimes you may look at me and think I'm a wise man. However, no, Thornseller. I know you think I am really wise. However, sometimes I get these things wrong. You see, I wasn't really brought up by elves or humans. I was shunned from both communities, and I sort of lived with the undercommon. I wasn't really properly educated or looked after. So although you think I'm really intelligent and wise and well-read and learned, I'm not actually, okay?
Elar is giving this speech. Ralgin has walked away and is about to head towards the caravan, and just be like, "I'm gonna go lie down."
I thought you were about to say climb into the hole.
No.
I was just gonna say, we need to look after the posh boy because he's not used to living like this. We need to look after him. He's used to his comfort.
Oh, wait, so you're saying that despite the fact that we've just spent goodness now long getting you out of a hole, the one we need to protect is Ralgin.
Well, we need to protect each other. We need to look after each other. I have saved our party members' lives before, but they've saved my lives, and that's how it works. a family. We're a unit. We're gonna work together to keep each other alive. That's what I truly believe in.
And
Okay.
speaking
Well-
of that, I'm going to look over to Sal and just grin. I smell an opportunity here.
Oh wait, are you saying that out loud?
Yeah. I smell an opportunity.
What's that,
Uh,
Grint?
We have a body. I'm going to gesture vaguely over to where the buried one was, because I didn't actually
Right.
see that. I'm too excited with my carpet. We have a corpse.
What's the
We can
call?
probably take this back to Westera and see if there's a reward for bringing back this poor traveller.
Yeah.
And
Or we could,
that's
we could
what
give-
heroes do. And I'm going to say that in the most sarcastic way I can. And just,
or we could give it an honourable burial.
it's been in the ground long enough. Let's just. I mean, we're heading to Westera anyway. It's fine.
You see, this is where we need Molrin. Molrin knew the answers to all these things.
Raljin, you head on to the caravan whilst they're all having this debate over whether to dig up the body and put it in
Oh,
the caravan
gosh.
and take it back. And you sort of rub your eyes, and step up into the caravan. Sort of like turn, close the door, and sit down. And you hear a voice. It says, "Don't make a sound. Just listen." You turn, and sat on the archway, just in the in the caravan, there's a dwarf figure, dressed in druid's robes, has a long staff. Dwarf that you know as Yul,
Oh my
who
god!
you've met before when you went to Verto, the one that helped you smuggle Bronwen out.
Yeah.
Says, the guy in Moran's gone to shit and I need your help. We've got to kill Herion. He's out of control.
Yes. What's happened?
You're not there.
You're not there.
We've got to kill Herion. He's out of control.
Phil, just remind me, Herion. Am I related to Herion?
Yes, you
Yes.
are. Yes.
I
I
lean
thought so.
forward.
Yeah.
I lean forward. I say, "Tell me everything."
And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh.
Awesome.
Can I just say how thematically perfect it was that looming over the trees throughout this fight was a representation of the DM looking evil.
Oh,
Yes.
Just for every shot, you just see these eyes just peering over the tree line.
Yeah.
Some sinister god.
Yes.
Talented artist, that.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's
So-
Go. Let's not focus on it for too long.
So, Phil, just to refresh my memory.
Just for those of you who don't know, Fran drew that picture.
That's brilliant.
Yeah,
I
so-
really good
am
picture.
actually really proud of that picture as well.
yeah,
like-
it's really good.
Oh,
But yeah.
That's great.
So
Thank you.
yeah, I am going to close this now because it's slowing my computer down something rotten. I think
I
thought
remember
making it
this
over here.
character, Phil. I remember this character, but you're going to have to refresh my memory. He
Um,
was at a level-headed, reasonable character,
Yes.
wasn't he? It's quite difficult.
Yes, he was.
Of what was going on.
Yes, he was. So for those of you that, for the viewers, I don't think
And he needs our help too.
we didn't have Verto as part of our streaming. So Yul is one of the lead council in an organization, a druid organization known as the Gaia Moran, who operate as part of Druid Society within Accalia. He himself is one of the head council members. However, the Gaia Moran is generally run by whoever is the leader of Verto, and that at the moment is Herion, and he's a little batshit crazy. So he doesn't agree with what Herion's doing, never has, never will, and to him to resort to having to kill Herion is a last resort for him, but which means that things must be bad. So what we'll do, for now, we will call it crits for the stream. And thank you. I know I've finished a little earlier tonight, but I wanted to get it to a certain place for finishing. And yeah, we'll pick up again tomorrow. Not tomorrow, unless you want to guys do it. Unless you want to do it tomorrow, we'll pick up again. We'll pick up again next week for more Call It Crits. But for now, it's time for us to call it crits. And yeah, we'll see you all next week. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
All right.